A Damocles sword hangs over Putin's bald head in the form of an ultimatum, Trump's ultimatum, which no one really knows what kind of punitive measures it actually entails. Yes, sanctions are being declared, but absolutely no one understands what the real punishment might be, what the actual means are that Trump is counting on so much. In other words, it's a fully fledged, double-edged, heavy Damocles sword with fullers. Nevertheless, it's well known that Putin is not guided by common sense. He's driven solely by obsession. And he makes his move by launching what is probably a record-breaking bombardment of residential neighborhoods in Kyiv in terms of the number of child and adult casualties for the 25th year. And this vile act of a nighttime bombing is, in fact, the very response that Putin gives to Trump in answer to his seemingly good-natured ultimatum. And in response, the president of Russia could not find words to answer the president of the United States. Instead, he found bombs and demonstratively destroyed a Kyiv apartment building with sleeping children and elderly women inside, turning 34 people, including 6 children, into torn flesh. But the problem with the Russian Führer is that he simply does not speak any language other than the language of blood and death. And let us note the eloquence of this bomb-laden response. It leaves not the slightest doubt that this mania for killing, destroying, burning, and drenching the world in blood has completely taken hold of the Russian dictator. He thinks of nothing else. And what's most curious, and probably most important for those watching us in Russia, is this. Understand that he is also showing absolute disregard for the lives of those 140 or perhaps a bit fewer million Russians who are obedient to him. He is easily willing to sacrifice to his delusions not just hundreds of thousands, not just millions at the front. He is ready to sacrifice everyone. And with this demonstrative bombing in response to the ultimatum for peace, he made this perfectly clear with absolute honesty. But meanwhile, while the West is fiddling around with its silly sanctions, while the West is being clever, setting some deadlines, it seems that Putin is indeed steering things toward a global war, leaving the planet with neither hope nor choice.